Hello everybody, we are back with another episode of AM2R. We're still in these god-dang caves.
And we're in a dead end.
Yep.
That's the end of the game, folks. Thanks for joining us.
Okay, yeah, bye. That was a good episode. Good episode, everyone.
Yes.
Take 10.
Well, it's not a Metroid game if you're not just, like, randomly, like, faffing about through catacombs and shit.
It's very important. It's a very important part of this game. So yeah, last episode we got the super missiles, finally. So basically, I'm just kind of navigating over to where I actually have to use them. So I don't know. This is going to be a lot of ground that I've kind of covered before.
A lot of super missling.
Not surprisingly not. I mean, you can notice I only have one super missile right now.
Oh, that's right. It's super
yeah.
useful against the Metroids, though.
It is if you can hit them, which I only sometimes can. It is a bit of a problem. I mean, you just got to be really precise, which, look, I'm not a pro gamer. I'm not precise. I've never made that claim before.
Dan, you're not MLG? I feel betrayed.
Yeah, I thought.
Man, do people care about MLG anymore? Is that still a thing?
Yeah,
I no, not. Is it?
Oh, sorry, go.
I thought MLG was like done.
I feel like MLG is done.
It could be. I feel like that's worth looking up on looking it up on Google.
Okay, and on the Google.
I feel like Twitch sort of ate MLG's lunch, and now there's kind of no need for it anymore. And it's weird. I don't know.
Look, I'm actually it's the site is still up.
Yeah, it's still there. They seem to still have events going on for like Call of Duty and such. But yeah, MLG, like, no one cares about that. It's funny though, just because MLG used to be such like a meme, and now it's just like nothing.
Yeah, I mean, if MLG does Call of Duty, that's pretty big actually still. But I don't think I was thinking of what's the dominant shooter right now? Counter-Strike, which is Counter-Strike is still like pretty much a top 10 game like every month. But sales and engagement wise, but I don't think MLG does Counter-Strike anymore. I'm pretty sure. I guess I feel like they only do Call of Duty now.
Do you guys remember when they used to have like an MLG show?
No.
What?
Yeah, well, this was back when G4 was still actually G4 and actually did shit.
Oh, I miss those days.
Yeah, so do I. But like they used to have like a very short-lived show, if I remember correctly, about it was just like MLG, and I guess it's why I wasn't really optimistic about Twitch actually when it first came out, because it's like watching MLG and see people playing like video games, like it sounds like a cool idea on paper, and then you watch it and it's totally boring.
Yeah, totally. I think the only games that are fun to watch competitively are fighting games. Like, I think people still haven't really solved the question of like how to properly communicate what's going on in a first-person shooter, like while it's going on, you know?
Well, it's hard to, because like the thing is about fighting games is that you have a neutral perspective for anybody to see what's going on. When you have a first-person game, the problem is that there's like 16 different game cameras going off for every player, and then you have the overview camera, which can easily miss like something major going on in the other corner of the map. It's kind of impossible to like get a good sort of perspective on what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, you really are. So I think that like I've definitely seen. I think I'm trying to get a secret here. I don't know if I actually end up getting it, but I think. Like, they've gotten, like, I've watched some competitive Overwatch, and, like, they've definitely gotten pretty good at knowing when to cut. But, like, Overwatch, if you cut it past, oh my god.
Oh, so close.
That's so disappointing. Okay, come on, Samus, you can do it.
Come on, gotta go fast.
No, she can't do it. Yeah, so, like, Overwatch is still, like, they've gotten pretty good at filming it, but it's, like, when it gets to the angle where it's like pulled away from it, it's just like really hard to parse what's actually happening at any given time. It's just like I feel like those games are just not made for it. Even Overwatch, which is like a little bit easier because at least all the people have like different skills, which are like very obvious that you can very obviously see them. It just kind of like doesn't work.
Like when you're talking about like these broadcast things and cutting from player to player, there is an app that when I was working at Ryerson, they were experimenting with. Oh, you missed it by.
It's okay. It's okay. I think this is enough space for me to. Yeah.
Hey,
There we go. I made it.
Yes,
There you go.
nice. Anyway,
That thing is bullshit, by the way.
Is that a mandatory like connection you have to go through?
I think at a certain point it is, because I think it's the only way to get back to like this area.
I mean, it's been a while since I played it, and that's a very specific part, but I don't remember distinctly doing that that run. But anyhow, yeah, there's this app that they were using for like a hockey game, where people like the audience on their tablets,
I know what you're talking about.
they could actually use the tablets to like view different camera angles around the arena.
Wait, so they were like getting like audience members to hold up tablets?
Oh, like if the audience member had a tablet, they could connect to the Stadium app, I believe.
Okay.
And they could, basically they could connect to like any of the camera angles that were filming the hockey game at the time.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. So I'm wondering, like, I don't know if like any gaming broadcast has done this with like competitive gaming, but why not give the audience the control over which player that they're watching at any given time.
I'm sorry, that sounds like a terrible idea.
Okay, I mean, hey, that's I was just thinking of that one.
Like, and no, there's a reason. Like, I actually like the thing you're talking about. Like, I remember hearing about it back at Ryerson, but I don't know exactly how it panned out. But my issue with that is like when you give control to other people on where the camera is, they're going to have a very sort of thin. They're gonna have like a very thin idea of what's going on, because like I guess there's a bit of a necessity for curation, especially when you're presenting a project, especially something like this. Like there has to be some sort of curation on what's being shown, or else I'm going to end up going on there. I'm gonna pick like one player to like look at, and he's not gonna do shit, or he's not gonna do much. Meanwhile, everything's going on the other half of the screen, or other half of the map.
I agree with that, and like, but I'm just saying, like, this, as a solution to cutting, this could be something that could be explored. But again, in practice, I don't think it'd be. I agree with you. Like, it's not like.
Oh shit.
Yeah, this is messed up.
That's unexpected.
I think this is when we start. Actually, I think this plays a key part in the story, because the.
Yeah, so this is part of your mission is to find the research team, and they're all dead.
Yeah, I was about to say that because I saw the research team, and I'm just like, oh, I guess we know what happened to that part of the mission.
I like the storytelling, because this isn't like story told through the logbook or like through a Samus monologue a la Fusion. This is like told through the actual visuals of the game, and I think this is one of the only instances where we sort of get that in AM2R.
It's a very cool moment, because you just sort of walk into this room and you're so used to like not seeing any other humans, and then suddenly you do see humans and they're all dead.
Yeah, I could be totally wrong, but I don't think that was in Metroid 2.
No, so I believe that subplot was added into AM2R. Which I don't know, it's pretty cool. It's one of those things
like
which is just like continuing to like sort of punch the point of like, hey, you're alone over here. Like, you thought there were maybe other people here, but they're dead now. So
it was Dio.
you thought it was another Metroid, but it was me, Dio Brando. That'd be one hell of a twist.
To your point that you were talking about, Jordan, I think you're totally right. Like, I think the responsibility of something like a sports cast is to figure out the best way to give the game like a narrative, which is like pretty much impossible to do if you give that to the audience, right? Like, and I feel like the problem with a first-person shooter is that like just the way those games are created and like the way those arenas are, it's just like you can't see everything that's going on at once because there's just too much area. So I don't know. Yeah, I think that's a very challenging thing to solve.
Yeah, and it would be super unengaging for like people to have full control over each camera in that circumstance.
It's also going to be really weird just because like even if you are like used to like if you're used to playing a first person shooter game, if the game's going to be like, I guess, curated in a sense where there's like some sort of smart camera to show what's like where the action's going on, like it's gonna be weird because how you feel playing in a first person perspective does not translate to how you feel being in a third. Because half the time, like, there's gonna be like extra animations you'll see in a first person perspective that either will not happen on a third person perspective or will just completely be almost like unnoticeable.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. All good points.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now we have to find some way for them to make competitive Metroid 2 Echoes.
Oh yeah, that's right. The multiplayer on Echoes.
Yeah.
I never played that.
Metroid Prime 2, yeah. I never played it, but I mean, I've seen videos of it, and it looks cool. One thing I actually kind of wish this sort of caught on a bit more was I did mention this, the multiplayer for Metroid Prime Hunters.
Yeah, that's right.
Can I just interject briefly?
Yeah.
This is another part of this game that is like one of those things that's like, oh, this is really weird. And like, you don't see stuff like this where you're like driving a mining cart. Like, that's not a thing you see in Metroid games. And it makes it cool. Like, when you driving that thing, tearing through like the environment. It's just like these little cool things, which are these little tells of like, oh yeah, this isn't a Nintendo game. Like, this is pulling some weird stuff. And I think it's like so awesome.
Now,
I like it.
Can you? I can't remember. Can you only destroy those crystals with the super missiles?
Yes, those are super missile.
Okay, because I remember the fact that they were green. I thought was a nice touch to sort of indicate like, you know, they work like the doors. They had to be green like the super missiles to destroy. I like this part too. The only thing I question is how do like the engineers and the original operators of this mining cart use this device without having morph ball technology at their fingertips?
Oh, well, they're all Chozos, right? Which means they can all morph ball. Isn't that how this works?
They, though?
Isn't that how it works? Doesn't Samus get all of her powers? Like, she gets them all from the Chozo, right? Which means they can all do it.
Oh, that's a good point.
I don't know, because like the thing is, like they never really made clear. Do the Chozo just literally curl up into a ball?
Maybe.
Like, even though it's like the only way to access a whole bunch of their technology, it's like, do they actually do that? It's kind of unclear, because I don't really see how bird people who are like twice the size of Samus can curl into that small of a ball.
I mean, I don't really see how Samus can curl into that small of a ball, so...
Because there's there are those like bowling puzzles in Metroid Prime on the Chozo, on Talon 4.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so that also raises the question: how did the Chozo originally use those? How did they originally activate those puzzles?
Well, I think that in Metroid Prime, in the original Chozo world, when they needed to get past the door, they just went bowling.
Oh, it's a fun way to do it, right?
Yeah, I'll accept
Yeah.
You may as well make getting into doors a fun hangout with your buds.
And then they can start bitching at the guy who keeps missing. So it's just like, Chaz, why can't you get the ball in? He's like, I don't know.
Did you just say Chaz the child, the Chozo?
Chaz the Chozo.
Chaz the Chozo, that works.
Yeah, that's good.
So he's just like, God damn it, why can't I get the ball in?
Ah, another split.
What is he? So he's a mobster also.
He's a Chozo mobster. Sure, let's go with that. But it'll be a good way for like the Chozo to be like blaming their friends for who can't open a door because they can't bowl properly.
Sure. It's hard to open doors when you only have like wings and talons.
I mean,
well, yeah. So this is interesting with the things in the air.
Yeah, weird jelly stuff. Yeah,
jellyfishing.
Yeah. More of that good, like, hey, you fought this boss fight a bunch of times, but here's some wrinkles. It's very cool. I always like this stuff.
Yeah, this one's a little tougher because there's not like the elevation on that platform. There's no real vantage point for Samus.
Yeah, and there's all the lava in the bottom. It's rough, man. It's risky. It's a risky time.
It's a tough job, but
it's a risky business.
Yep. But somebody's got to do it.
Yep.
Will Samus get out of this one?
Will she? Is the end of the episode going to be me dying?
Oh, we are almost at the end.
No. Fools.
Find out next time on Morph Ball Z.
Oh, you're out of there. That was anticlimactic.
Yeah, sorry. I ruined it. Killed it.
Should have cut right there, Dan.
Sorry, I'm too good at this game.